Seaman High School is the place to be here on a gorgeous Friday night here at Seaman High School in Topeka, Kansas. Welcome in to our coverage of Seaman High School basketball. First off, it will be the girls' game here in this matchup between the Seaman Vikings and the Manhattan Indians. I'm Lane Gillespie alongside Aaron McGill. Aaron, what a great day this is.
Yeah, and it's snowball. Actually, I shouldn't say snowball.
Ugly sweater.
Ugly sweater dance tonight right after the boys' game. And just a Friday night basketball is always one of my favorite time of year.
Oh, heck yeah, definitely. There's a lot of people that show up for these games. But first off, we got the girls' game. The Seaman Lady Vikes are just coming off of a win against the Lansing Lions, winning 60-46 to start off their season 1-0. But they got a Centennial League matchup to start it off here in the second game of the season. Manhattan's 2-1 so far. They beat Great Bend 51-41, lost to Aquinas 51-26, beat Hayes 48-41. But this year, this team is a bit of an experienced team and a team coming off of a state tournament trip. You know, they have the potential to go again this year.
Yeah, they only lost 2 seniors last year. Both seniors didn't get much time, and both of these teams, this is a very young team and is very experienced to go on another run like you just said.
So, Aaron, real quickly, as we're about to get through tip-off, can you take us through the starting lineups?
Yes, first I'm going to start with the Manhattan Indians. So we've got number 12, Amelia Kunup. We've got number 14, Taylor Clausen. We got number 15, Aloria Osterman. We got number 30, Gaby Martinez. And number 44, Zaina Correz.
And as a tip is won by Manhattan, I'll take you through the Lady Vikes starting lineup. It's number 0, Reagan Kramer. Number 1, Maddie Steiner. Number 3, Cameron Turner. Number 11, Chloe Carter. Shot no good. And number 14, Riley Cowan. And the Lady Vikes pick up the rebound on the first missed shot for the Manhattan Indians. As it's 0-0, Reagan Kramer taking it out up top for the Lady Vikes to start off their first possession of this evening.
Vikes playing here, trying all girls on the outside of the rim. No one inside the paint.
Kramer outside. She looked like she was trying to look in, but she kicks it up top to Cowan. Now she's trying to back down, kicks it out to Carter. Carter backing down out to Steiner for the triple. That rattles off the mark, and the Indians will pick it up. So Gabby Martinez will take it up for the Lady Indians to try to get their first bucket on this evening here at Seaman High School. 3 on the way. That's an air ball, but a foul's called inside. It's going to be on the Lady Indians.
Just a little push there by number 13. That was
14, actually, Taylor Clausen. And, yeah, she just tried to box out of a little rebound that Seaman was trying to get through. That's going to cost you in the fouls department, which are, pretty vital. 3 on the way is off the glass, no good, but Cameron Turner, the star junior guard, gets the rebound, and the Lady Vikes will get another chance. Turner pump fakes on the left wing. Cowan rounding it out, and that, I couldn't tell if that was a shot or a pass, but it goes the other way regardless.
It might have been a pass that was tipped. I think it was looking towards Chloe Carter.
Pass tipped out of bounds. It will go the Lady Indians' way, much to head coach Matt Tinsley's disbelief. And this is a tough matchup going into this one. Like I said, a Centennial League matchup. Manhattan swept last year against the Lady Vikings, and the Vikings have not beat the Lady Indians since January of 2015. As that shot's no good, but the rebound and score is good from Zaina Cordes, and I apologize for any mispronunciations. So the first bucket goes to the Lady Indians. It's 2-0 a couple minutes into this one. Turner on the drive. Lefty layup, no. She gets it back. Turner trying to drive. She'll kick it out. A long 2. That one's short, and it's rebounded by the Lady Indians. But it's knocked away and taken on the other side of the court from the Lady Vikes. Turner on the drive. Lefty layup scores, and those are the first points for the Vikings. Her first points of the matchup. There's a pass inside against a couple defenders. She grabs it down, and it's missed the shot. Rebounded by the Lady Vikes.
Not much scoring here in the first couple minutes of this matchup, as we've seen a couple matchups in the past years go very high scoring.
Cameron Turner with the lefty layup. She's got all 4 points for the Lady Vikes thus far as we're 3 minutes into this opening period. Cross-court pass knocked away from Turner. It'll go out of bounds, still be Lady Indians ball. And 2 seniors, Riley Poulter and Sophie Sparks, will check into the game for the Lady Vikes. And they'll replace Chloe Carter and Maddie Steiner, the other 2 seniors. You know, speaking of seniors, like I said, there's 4 seniors on this ball club, so they are a pretty experienced team. And experience pretty much means everything in basketball. You know, they had 3 seniors last year, and they went to the state tournament. Unfortunately, lost to McPherson in the first round. That floater rattles off the mark, tries to tip it back up, but it's knocked away, and it's saved by Reagan Kramer, and Sophie Sparks will take it up for the Lady Vikes.
Extraordinary catch by Reagan Kramer, just to give her team a possession and not roll it out of bounds and be Indians' possession.
Oh, yeah. Hustle stats mean everything in these games. Outside Sparks. She's looking to drive, and she is bodied near the baseline, and that's going to be a foul called on Taylor Clausen. And I believe that's her second. It is. She's got both fouls for Manhattan thus far.
Vikes going to inbound just to the east side of the backboard, I should say.
Grace Dixon checks in for the Lady Indians, and an inbound up top to Reagan Kramer. Lady Vikings really working the perimeter on this one, although they have had a couple of inside shots as Turner hits that 3, and that's the first triple of the ball game so far for the Lady Vikes. Vikes up 5 here halfway through this first quarter, I should say, as that's knocked away, stolen. Cameron Turner one-on-one. She lays it up with the left hand. That one's blocked and taken by the Lady Indians as she tries to pull it away. And it is a jump ball. The possession arrow points towards the Lady Vikes. And Cameron Turner saying, let's go. That's our ball.
All right, so the Vikes have 7 points. Guess how many people have scored for Seaman currently?
1.
Yes,
you're absolutely right.
You're correct.
That's
Cameron
1.
Turner has all 7 points for the Vikes so far.
As that's a timeout called by the Lady Indians, and this is just Cameron Turner saying, look out, get out of my way. I'm trying to score the bucket tonight. And, you know, she's done a really good job of that. I believe she's the fastest girl on this team. She out-hustles, out-rebounds, outscores just everybody. She's a multi-sport athlete. She's top-notch in volleyball. I believe she's a commit to the University of Kansas to play volleyball.
Only as a junior, so
Exactly.
that says something.
Exactly, only as a junior. I remember, I'm an alum. My freshman year, I remember watching Cameron play basketball as a freshman, and she was just outplaying everybody. She is very fun to watch, and I think over the next 2 years, she's going to be really something special and really bring these Lady Vikes to glory.
And even possible state run.
Yes, definitely. That would be pretty huge. Girls basketball has only won one state championship. That was back in 1991. As Lady Vikes get the inbound off the timeout. Pass outside to Poulter. She had to reach up high to grab that one. Sparks on the drive. Now to Kramer. Cameron Turner, it looked like she was going to shoot for a second. As that one's off the mark, she gets the rebound again, and they're going to call a foul on whom? That will be on Manhattan. That's the third foul of the game for Manhattan. That one's on number 15. Alia Osterman, I apologize, the senior for Manhattan. As for the Lady Vikes, couldn't quite catch the substitution. I believe, yeah, Chloe Carter came back into the game. Turner outside, looking to drive. She'll kick it out. Now to Sparks with a little jab step. Now on the drive, bounces it into her friend Riley Poulter with the off-the-glass finish. Off the glass, I should say. I apologize. The Lady Vikes on a scoring tear, 9-2, with just over 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Deep pass tipped and stolen away. It was Turner with the tip. She's been all over the game on this one. A pass inside. The shot good from Chloe Carter.
First Seaman Viking to score besides Cameron Turner.
Well, actually, Riley Poulter scored the last 2 points, but Cameron Turner's been all over the ball and all over the game so far on the offensive and defensive end. So the Lady Vikes lead by 9. Only 1 bucket coming from the Manhattan Lady Indians so far in this quarter, in this game as well. But it's still early as a wide open 3 is off the back iron and no good. And Riley Poulter gets that rebound. And Kramer on the drive gets past the defender with ease and scores easily.
The Vikes have controlled the rebound game and the turnover game as they have gone on to lead by 11.
13-2 our score here. Up top, that's Dixon. She'll kick it out as the ball is knocked away. Kramer dives forward, gets the ball, and they're going to call a travel. She got up without dribbling. But still, great hustle there from Reagan Kramer to just take that ball away.
Yeah, that's what this Seaman Vikings squad is all about, is hustle. Their coach, Matt Tinsley, coaches them to hustle and run at 100% all practice, and he's been teaching them that since day one.
Well, it's worked so far, and head coach Matt Tinsley, he took over the head coaching job 2 or 3 years ago, and he's really had a name for himself so far. A long inbound pass to Cordes, somehow got the ball, and now on the drive. A pass outside, an open 3, that's no good. And the long rebound goes to, guess who, Cameron Turner.
Yeah, the Vikes have always had at least 2 or 3 Vikes to the ball for the rebound, while the Indians only have about 1 or 2.
Reagan Kramer with the wide open 3. And the Lady Vikes, don't look now, they're up 14, 16-2 with a minute and a half to go in this opening quarter. Now she tried to drive, but she instead kicks it out. Top, it's Clausen. It's met up by Carter now on the drive. The shot, no, but a foul called. And it'll be Alara Osterman going to the line, and that foul, I believe, on Riley Poulter or Reagan Kramer. It's one or the other. It is Reagan Kramer. But Manhattan looking to, stop their shooting slump. Lady Vikes on a 16-0 run. Manhattan scored first. Remember that. Front end goes in. And checking in for the Lady Vikes, that's Lois Dieter, the freshman, and Maddie Steiner, the senior. And Lois Dieter, as a freshman, she is tied for the tallest player on this floor at 5'10", as that second one's off the back rim. But the offensive board on the drive, and she just threw that nowhere, but luckily it's saved by another Lady Indian. Up top, Osterman. He kicks it out. Clausen in foul trouble. She drives. She's blocked, but a foul called, and they're going to call a blocking foul, so I think that's going to be on Riley Poulter. And indeed it is. And with under a minute to go, the Lady Indians get another chance to score, but they're still down big. And obviously it's still early. They can come back on a couple of 8-0 runs and get back into this one as the first free throw goes down. So far it's been all Lady Vikes, though. Second one rattles out again. So both trips on this possession were 1 for 2. The Lady Vikes still lead by 12 with under a minute to go, and I wouldn't be surprised if they hope for the final shot. Do you think they should?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty long as there's no shot clock in high school, as everyone knows that. But it looks like that's what they're going to do, as the Indians are not pressuring the Vikes at all.
Or at least not in this high school. I know a lot of prep high schools, they try to have a shot clock, but it's a college prep, so that doesn't surprise me a bit. But here at a 5A school like Seaman High School, there is no shot clock, and that's exactly what Reagan Kramer's just doing up top. And you're right, they're giving her no pressure. They're just letting the Lady Vikes just move around, go all willy-nilly and try to get open.
If that was the Vikes, I would probably pass the ball around starting about 10 seconds.
As we reach there now, Reagan Kramer up top. She's still hanging on the horn of the Viking. Now she steps up, looks for a screen. She'll kick it out, a 3 on the way from Steiner. That's too strong, but an offensive rebound. She got blocked, but a foul's called, and Colby Carter will go to the line. And that foul is going to be on Amelia Knopp. Nope, excuse me. 0.6 to go in the quarter. As that first one off the front of the rim and goes out. And a substitution, Grace Dixon will check back into the game for the Lady Indians, and Taylor Clausen with 2 fouls so far will check out. An opportunity to lengthen their lead. Second free throw rattles off the mark, but it's tipped, and that's going to end the first quarter. And boy, what a first quarter it has been for Matt Tinsley and the Lady Vikes. 16-4 the score so far. What did the Lady Indians have to do to get back?
Well, this is very unlike the Lady Indians, as they put on dominant performances against the last 2 games. But they're not used to being down this big early. I mean, obviously they got to run the offense they have planned to run. The Vikes have controlled the rebound and turnover differentials, but the Indians just have to get some more girls in there and fight for that rebound, as they can try to crawl back in this game.
Yeah, you're right about that. Now, told you Manhattan swept the Lady Vikes last year. The Lady Indians, in fact, they managed to get to the sub-state finals, unfortunately losing to Topeka High. Topeka High were the state runners-up for that season for 6A here in Kansas. But for the time being, they aren't really. I know it's early in the season. It's their 4th game of the season. But they are not looking like the Lady Indians from last year.
No, I don't know who all left last year, but really.
I think they did have a fair amount of seniors, now that I think about it. But continue.
But, yeah, they've really got to get something going. They had one timeout to really – obviously the original game plan they had did not work. But now they have to create a new game plan and try to get back in this, 12-point deficit.
Well, like I said, it is early. We just start off the second quarter, and the Lady Indians will start it off here. A jab step and on the drive, shot up just off the mark. And the offensive board and score is good for Zanea Cordes, the 6'3" senior. And the Lady Indians draw the deficit to 10. See how the Lady Vikes respond as Cameron Turner's outside, the leading scorer for the Lady Vikes. Carter outside, the Stars senior kicks it up top to Kramer.
Yeah, in the first quarter, Cameron Turner had 7 points. All the first 7 points for Seaman.
Exactly, as she has the ball now, looking to drive. She has a couple defenders. Wave the shot off. That's an offensive foul called on Cameron Turner. It looked like she may have lowered the shoulder, or they're saying she pushed off, so that's going to be a call 9 times out of 10. That's the 3rd team foul on Seaman so far. But luckily for the Lady Vikes, it's Cameron's first.
Yeah, lately the Vikes have gone empty on their last 3 possessions, and the Indians have actually been able to score as they are on a 4-0 run.
And a bit of I don't know if it's full court pressure, it's about 3/4 court, as Cordes could not come up with the ball. It's out of bounds. The Lady Vikes retain possession after an errant pass. So another costly turnover for the Lady Indians, and the Lady Vikes recover. Coley looking inside to Turner. She'll turn, lefty hook. That's not even close. And Riley Cowan tried to rip that ball away, but she was on the baseline while she was doing so. So that's going to be a turnover for the Lady Vikes. Well, maybe because it was off the rebound. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think she actually got possession. But regardless, Lady Indians ball as they try to cut into this deficit. They're down 10, a minute and a half in to this second quarter, trying to close out the half with a bit more confidence. On the drive, kicks it inside to Cordes. Too strong on the layup, and the long rebound is tipped, and it goes to the Lady Indians. Shot up, no, but a foul called. And it will be Destiny Yates going to the line, the freshman. And that foul is going to be called on Maddie Steiner, the senior. That's her first of the game.
The Indians no strangers for comebacks, as they had many last season.
Oh, no question. This first free throw rattles off the mark. So free throws have also been a factor for the Lady Indians, as Lara Osterman will check back in for the Lady Indians. Gabby Martinez will sit out for a little bit. As the second free throw goes, on all 3 trips, they've been 1 for 2, so they're 50% at the line so far tonight, and they're down by 9, the Lady Vikes. up big in this one. Although they have not scored yet here in this second quarter, just almost 2 minutes in. But knowing how high scoring this team is, that could change soon as a wide open three goes in for Reagan Kramer right on cue, and they're up by 12. There's a bit of pressure once again from the Lady Vikes defense as it's stolen away by Turner, and Lady Vikes have the numbers. She'll kick it inside, layup good. That one is Riley Cowan.
Nice assist there by Cameron Turner, as she has been the lead scorer tonight.
A travel on the Lady Indians.
Like I was saying, Cameron Turner was able to hand the ball off as she just saw that she was not going to be able to get a clean and open shot, so she just hands the ball off to get an easy 2 points for Riley Cowan.
And they did have the numbers. I want to say it was about a 4-on-1 for the Lady Vikes. If you don't get 2 points on that one, then something really went wrong. The Lady Vikes recover up by 14. Outside, 3 on the way. That goes from Lois Dieter. Another travel called on the Lady Indians.
Lois Dieter, one of the new, I should say, athletes here on this Vikings squad, as she's only a sophomore, so played freshman ball last year.
Timeout call by the Lady Indians as they seem a bit flustered. They're down 17 here in the first half.
Yeah, had a couple good baskets there at the beginning of the quarter, I should say. But it's been all Vikes so far in this game, as they are ahead here with an 8-point, I should say, run.
Yeah, 8-0 run from the Lady Vikes. No, I got what you were saying. I got you, Aaron. And the Lady Indians are head coached by Scott Mall. And what do you think is going through his mind? And what do you think he's trying to tell his team right now?
Well, like I said earlier, the Indians are no stranger for comebacks. They have been in this position before, and they've been able to come back. There's a reason why they went to a sub-state, and they plan on having the same success as they had last year. Just run the offense, play some amazing defense, and they can easily come back in this game.
Lady Vikings looking to extend their lead to try to close out the half. Inside, it's Turner. 3 defenders gather around her, which is going to leave somebody wide open. And this time it's Chloe Carter for another triple and a 20-point lead for the Lady Vikes.
Yeah, all of the shots falling tonight for the Vikes.
So we reach 4:45 to go in the first half. It's the Lady Indians trying to bounce back. A long jumper on the way. That one goes down from Taylor Clausen. She's been pretty vital for the Manhattan offense so far, but she's in foul trouble. She got 2 in the early going. We'll see if Scott Mall can will limit her minutes, or if she'll get a lot more playing time going into the second half. Sophie Sparks trying to drive baseline. A couple defenders around her. And Chloe Carter pump fakes, and now she's looking to drive. Hook shot is blocked from Cordis. And the Lady Indians will retain possession. Clausen outside. Kicks it into Cordis. Tallest girl on the court. She'll kick it out. Clausen again. Lady Vikings really controlling the perimeter really well, as the fake pass and shot's no good, and the Lady Vikes recover. And a deep pass. Sophie Sparks was open for a second. She pulls up a shot that's off the front iron. Lady Indians get it again, down by 18, 3:35 to go. Inside, layup well short and rebounded by the Lady Vikes again. Chloe Carter with the board. Kramer gets fouled outside. Bit of a touch foul. It's Clausen's 3rd foul. So I wonder if they'll sit her out for a bit. Yes, they will.
Now, one thing I have been noticing is, so the tallest player for the Indians, Zaina Cordis, she is 6
She's 6'3".
6'3".
Yeah.
She's getting guarded by Chloe Carter that's only 5'10".
And it seems to be working. You know, the Lady Vikes have really controlled the interior really well as the shot is good from Lois Dieter. She's been all over the offense as well as Cameron Turner. 29-9 Lady Vikes, but, you know, you're right. I mean, not at the moment, or maybe they do, but the Lady Indians surely had the size advantage. Martinez, she'll kick it out. Another travel.
So we see Grace Dixon subbed in for the Indians in the spot of who we were just talking about, Zaya Cortez. But still, it's still a height difference as Dixon is only 2 inches shorter.
Up top to Turner on the drive, lost the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Manhattan. Lady Vikes will inbound, 2:47 to go here in the first half, and inbound to Carter. On the drive, Sparks, open layup, a little too strong as she tries to fight for the rebound, is rebounded by the Lady Indians. Martinez on the drive, lefty layup goes.
Some pretty weak defense there by the Vikings as they let Martinez just drive the whole court. There was not one pass on that possession.
Kramer up top, kicks it out to Turner. She wants to drive, step back, jumper off the glass, no good. And a rebound goes to the Lady Indians again.
For once, we actually saw the Indians have more players to rebound as they outmatched the Vikes 2-1 on that rebound.
Inside, turnaround shot is well short and rebounded by Carter. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Lady Vikes controlling the offense extremely well. They're up by 18 outside to Cameron Turner, who's been all over the ball this evening. Kramer pump fakes, now kicks it out. Carter will try another three. That one's short.
Kind of a dry spell for both teams here as no one scored in the last minute.
Aubrey kicks it in. She turns away, and a foul called on the shot. As a few dance moves from Matt Tinsley trying to say that there was a travel. And that foul's going to be on Cameron Turner, her second of the ball game. Saying she hit her arm on the shot, so it will be Grace Dixon, 6'1" sophomore, going to the line. A bit of a jump on her free throw routine as that one was short. Maddie Steiner and Riley Poulter will check in. And we have a substitution from the Lady Indians. Destiny Yates will check in. And so will Zanea Cordes. Well, actually, she's checking in for the shooter. Should there be a dead ball if she makes this one. If not, it'll be on the next dead ball. She jumped over the line, so that's going to be a free throw violation. And now she'll check out as a bit of an interesting free throw routine, you know, jumping on the free throw. I've never seen that one before.
Yeah, you don't see that much as, you know, players are so tall. They have such a long wingspan. You don't really need to jump.
Probably only seen it once. It was from an NBA player. I forget who it was. Just kind of did it as a joke, but it managed to work out. Anyways, we reach 45 seconds to go in this first half.
If I were the Vikes, I would just wait like they did the first quarter for the last shot.
And Kramer routing it out on the perimeter, and that seems to be, you know, where the ball stays is on the perimeter. But inside, a shot on the way, rattles off the mark from Steiner. The offensive board almost from Poulter, out of bounds. It will be Lady Vikes ball with 26.8 to go.
Yeah, the only difference this time for the first quarter is the Indians are actually playing some pretty tough defense.
Cameron Turner will control it on the Viking with 20 seconds to go in the half. And she will just wait for the last shot, as for a second she tried to call for a screen, but none coming. Under 10 to go. Turner's got to go, using her speed, trying to get past, looking for a screen, kicks it out. Steiner for three. That goes! And that's how the first half will end, on a strong note for the Lady Vikes. They lead 32-11.
You don't see this much from the Indians, but they're actually down big here. We'll see what they can do in the second half to come back, what adjustments will be said in that locker room.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes for second half action. Don't go away. You're watching SVTV.
turned up. It's not right there. Oh shoot. Yeah, good job. Hello, I'm Ethan Guzman. Yeah, this thing is just really bad. Yeah, it's just the equipment. Put that back on the camera.
And we welcome all of you back here at Seaman High School in Topeka, Kansas, as we're about to start off second half action here between the Seaman Lady Vikings and the Manhattan Lady Indians. Vikings have been all over the ball, all over the game so far. They lead 32-11. What do you see the Lady Indians trying to do to cut into this deficit?
Well, obviously something had to be said in that locker room for halftime, as you know, this is the biggest deficit they've had so far in the season. A real test early. We'll see if they are able to come back with 8 minutes left in this game, I should say.
Yeah. Well, 16 in
16,
the game.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, down by 21. You know, they did lose to by 25 against Aquinas, but it's Aquinas.
It's Aquinas. It's not, yeah.
That's the other thing. You know, Aquinas has been all over 5A, you know, basketball and football, all over 5A athletics.
Yeah, last year, actually, Aquinas came here for the boys' sub-state, and the boys actually beat them the first round. So that was a really exciting game to call.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Although the Vikings did lose to Baser Linwood in the sub-state finals. The shot no good. And a rebound from the Lady Indians. Taylor Clausen in foul trouble. She's got 3 so far. So we'll see how much playing time she'll get in this one, in this half, I should say.
Not many points for Clausen, as she only has 4. But that's, you know.
That's 4 out of 11, though.
Yeah, that's a third of their points.
It's outside. It's Martinez. The pass inside, met up by Maddie Steiner. Clausen pump fakes, fools a defender, shot up. That's just a tad too strong. And Maddie Steiner comes down with the rebound. The cross-court pass, it's Turner. Pass inside, Carter with the lay-in. 34-11, so we reach a minute into this third quarter.
Chloe Carter with 7 points so far in this game.
Is she still leading? Am I wrong in saying that, or has somebody else taken her position as the leading scorer?
Actually, the leading scorer is Reagan Kramer with 8. So we have Reagan Kramer with 8 points, and then Cameron and Chloe with 7.
It's a travel called on Zanea Cordes, as looks like she shuffled her feet, although she didn't really like the call.
So actually, a fun fact, Cameron Turner was scoreless in the second quarter.
You're right. You're absolutely right. You know, she scored the first 7 for the Lady Vikings.
And I haven't scored 6.
She's been all over the ball on other ends. And an offensive foul called on Riley Cowan up top for an illegal screen. Looked like she stuck her leg out, and that's going to be a turnover. That's Cowan's first, though.
Also, for the starting 5 of the Vikes, each person has a foul, at least one foul.
Tipped away as it's one-on-one on the other end. Kramer taps it away, but Manhattan's still getting it. Look out, Kramer's coming through, but she was out of bounds. This Viking crowd will give her something to cheer about, though. That was great hustle from Reagan Kramer. And, you know, Kramer was a pretty good part of the varsity team last year. It's stolen by Cameron Turner, and she is all alone.
An easy basket by Cameron Turner, I should say, as she picks up her 9th point.
First score since the first quarter, correct?
Yes. Actually, the first 7 points of the game.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. As Cameron Turner grabs that board. And a deep pass. Carter. Great extra pass to Steiner, who nails the rainbow tray. 39-11, Lady Vikings up by 28 points. As pretty soon, it's probably just going to be a running clock. I think the deficit is 30 if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember, and I don't remember what the rules are. A great fake by Clausen, and yeah, she traveled. She took an extra step, moved her pivot foot to try to get the score inside. And that's going to be another turnover as Riley Poulter will check into the game.
And it hasn't changed since the first quarter. Seaman has still been able to control the turnover deficit and the rebound deficit, and just playing outstanding defense, double teaming the person with the ball at all times. And normally that leaves someone wide open, but no, they haven't been able to find anything.
They play this the way they played tonight. It's going to be a fun year for them. Carter outside, pulls up. She somehow kept her foot on the ground. Either that or was blocked. Other way, it's a one-on-one. Shot blocked from Kramer. She said, get that out.
Great play there by this I believe she's a sophomore or junior.
She's a junior. Unreal block there from Reagan Kramer.
Not the tallest player on the squad, as she is only 5'4".
On the drive, floater on the way, and that's no good. Out of bounds. Who touched it last? Manhattan did. Seaman gets the ball. What happened here? An inbound violation on the Lady Vikes. One of the rare miscues they've had tonight. Couldn't quite tell what happened. Nonetheless, they won't complain much. They're up by 28. Inside turnaround shot, no shot, so don't count the bucket. There was a foul called. Manhattan will inbound. And that foul's gonna be on Chloe Carter. Sophie Sparks and Lois Dieter will check in for the Lady Vikes.
Sparks, one of the seniors, but not starting tonight, as there's just so much good, I should say, athleticism on this Seaman squad.
Clausen screaming in her teammate's face, telling her to give her the ball. She didn't get it on the inbound. Outside, it's Yates. Trying to look inside. She gets the ball, layup good from Cordes. Turner with a great crossover, but she kicks it out. She's met by Yates. Outside, it's Dieter up top to Carter on the drive. Sparks, wide open, corner three, bingo! Another tray goes down for the Lady Vikes.
The Vikes have been outstanding for three-pointers tonight.
A carry called on Clausen. Another turnover. Lady Vikes lead by 29, 3.5 to go in the third quarter.
So obviously whatever talk the Indians had in halftime has not showed any results, as they are still down big.
Blocking foul called inside on Clausen. That's her fourth. She cannot believe the call. You know, to me, I thought it was a good call, but the whistle was a little bit late. But regardless, they made the call. She'll check out alongside Alara Osterman.
Osterman has been scoreless, I should say, tonight, as that is normally not the case.
Pass is tipped and stolen. She was looking for Poulter, but Poulter was cutting in. On the drive by Nope, no good, but a foul. I think they're going to call that on Lois Dieter. I'm just judging that by her reaction. It is not. It is on Chloe Carter. Carter's second.
Picking up both fouls.
As the Seaman High student section getting a little bit rowdy.
Carter picking up both first fouls this quarter.
Reagan Kramer will check in to give Cameron Turner a bit of rest. She's been all over this one.
Now up at the line, that's Alina Coop, as she is getting her first point of the game with that last free throw.
But she misses the second one and is rebounded by Riley Poulter. Under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Lady Vikes lead by 28. 3 on the way from Carter. That one's short. Kramer trying to wrestle it away. It's a jump ball. Sorry, that was Dieter. Possession arrow goes towards Manhattan, however. Vikings are showing a press. Probably a little bit more for practice in future games. It's great defense, almost knocked away, but Nope gets it. On the drive, kicks it into Cordes. She turns, lays it in, plus the foul. So Cordes, who's been all over the inside game tonight for Manhattan, although they're down by 26, she'll go to the line. Riley Poulter is called for her second foul of the matchup. And by the way, the 4th team foul on the Lady Vikes.
Yeah, the Vikes getting a little foul happy here to start this second half.
Manhattan only has 1 foul this half, however. Sparks on the drive. She'll kick it out. Carter, the sharpshooter. That one rolls out, though, and Cordes gets the board.
A very unmatched.
Yates double team. She's trying to kick it out. It's knocked away, out of bounds. Manhattan's ball. Tell me what you were trying to say now, Aaron.
Yeah, I was just trying to say on that last rebound on the Indians. Cordes is she's so much taller than everyone. It's going to be a mismatch every time, like it was there. And she just puts her hands, at least 5 inches over Chloe Carter.
On the corner, it's Martinez. She'll drive and kick it out. Nope. A long 2. That goes in. As we're under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, the Lady Vikes still up by 26. They scored 42. They scored 60 against Lansing, so we'll see if they surpass that mark. And a foul called on the drive, so it'll be an inbound for Seaman. We'll see who they call that on. That one's called on Destiny Yates.
One thing I do want to say that is actually very interesting, the Vikes have only let 3 out of the 5 starters for the Indians only score 3 points or less.
So a bit of a scoring error. They listed Nope's shot as a 3, but she was about 2 feet in front of the 3-point line, so they correct it and call it a 2. That's Reagan Kramer will inbound to a wide open Steiner, who drives as Martinez finally picked her up. Inside, great stop, but she'll kick it out. Vikings passing around the perimeter, but Steiner will drive. Lost the ball, looking to get it back. Everybody wrestling for it, and it was a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing towards the Lady Vikes, but it looked like towards the end of that jump ball, Manhattan were the only players that were trying to wrestle it away from each other.
Yeah, really, Maddie Steiner just lost grip of the ball, and as we saw, 2 Indians just trying to fight for the ball, but, they already had it, so.
It worked for Seaman's favor. So Steiner outside, wanting to drive. It's just mud up by a defender out to Kramer. 3 on the way from Dieter. That's an air ball. As Cowan, I should say, she was out of bounds as she was trying to save that ball. So we reach a minute to go in the third quarter.
I was just a little too tall for Cowan, as she just barely touched the ball with her fingertips, but she touched down out of bounds before she could do anything with it.
A bit half-second late. A long 3, that is well short, and a long rebound goes to the Lady Vikings. 48 seconds to go here in the third quarter. From the looks of Tinsley, he doesn't want the Lady Vikes to take the last shot here. It's Kramer's outside, left side to Poulter. Knocked away. Steiner got it back, and a foul called on Martinez. So now the Lady Vikes will probably take the last shot of the quarter as we reach exactly 30 seconds left to go here in the third.
Also something interesting to note, the Vikes have had the ball for the last, I don't know about this one, but the last for the first quarter and the second quarter, the Vikes have had the last possession. Trying to do the same here.
And I'm pretty sure they will, as Kramer's outside, although she has to cross the timeline soon, but she does. Right on the Viking with 20 seconds to go. She's met up by a defender. She tries to drive past her and does a great job doing so. Trying to play a game of keep away from Destiny Yates out front, but now it's Cowan up top with 8 to shoot. Lost the ball, stolen away by Martinez. They have the numbers. What will they do with it? 3 seconds left outside. Has to put it up. Crazy shot. No good. That may have been a pass, actually. That shot will not count, and that will do it for the third quarter. Lady Vikes up by 24 points, 42 to 18.
Yeah, the Vikes still being able to put on a dominant performance, leading the game in the turnover differential and the, I should say, rebound differential.
We don't have the exact stats, but we can safely assume, honestly. 3 quarters down, 1 to go here on Friday the 13th. I would say crazier things have happened, but I'm not so sure.
It'd be interesting how the Vikes come out, I should say, player-wise, as they're up so big. They might start putting in subs.
They might. As I see it, Matt Tinsley will probably just, let his starters, I should say, and a bit of his second stringers play for the first few minutes, and then around 3 or 4 minutes of the game, bring in more of the bench warmers. Give them a little bit more playing time. But anyways, yeah, this has been a fun one for the Lady Vikes. About to get things underway for the fourth quarter.
So, just a reminder, after this game, about 20 minutes afterwards, the boys varsity game will be playing as they are host to the Manhattan boys basketball team.
Which should be a fun one here at Seaman High School. Manhattan will start off with the ball. 24 minutes down, 8 to go. That shot may have been tipped, but it's rebounded by Sophie Sparks. And a deep pass, guess who? Cameron Turner. She reaches double digits in scoring for the evening. Lady Vikes up 44-18. Pass inside to Cordes, now a deep pass. Martinez on the corner, gets past Turner. Floater is good.
Martinez only picks up her 4th point tonight as she's been shut down.
Sparks on the drive, looked like a lot of contact from Martinez, nothing called. Much to the dismay of our director. Kramer was a bit open, but she passed up the open shot just to give it to Turner on the corner, as I'm sure the Lady Vikes probably looking to waste some clock as a foul was called inside, a bit of a reach-in call. 4th foul on Manhattan, and that foul is called on Gillian Aubrey, or Jillian. I'm unsure of the pronunciation. Aubrey's first, I should say.
One thing I did say earlier, as the Vikes got off pretty foul.
They got off pretty foul happy, yeah.
Yeah, to start the half, but now they haven't fouled in at least 6 minutes.
Wide open jumper's good from Riley Cowan. Lady Vikes up by 26 once again, as that has been their highest lead of the game. Shot blocked from behind by Cowan, and it goes out of bounds. Whose ball is it? It's Manhattan's. 2 big blocks from behind from this Seaman defense. Minute and a half into this final quarter. Wide open shot, good from Cordes. Makes it a 24-point game. Sparks on the drive. Layup just off the mark as Turner tipped it out to Sparks. Kramer on the drive, had it poked away from behind. It's going to be Seaman's ball. We have a substitution. Taylor Clausen will check in with 4 fouls.
She's got to be really conservative of where she puts her hands and her body so she does not pick up that fifth.
Great pass inside from Cameron Turner to Sophie Sparks for the open shot. Once again, the highest lead of the game. It goes back to 26. Outside, it's Yates. And a deep pass to Martinez, who was open momentarily, knocked away, and a foul called on Cameron Turner.
That's her third.
So Tinsley might take her out momentarily. I am unsure. There's nobody at the scorer's table, so not going to take her out at the moment.
Yeah, you would think probably another 2 minutes or so, Tinsley would take out his starters and put in the substitutions.
And here we go. Lady Vikes have the numbers. A pass inside to Cowan, who stops, but it's knocked away and stolen. Great defense there from the Lady Indians. Yates lost the ball. They're going to call a foul as it looked like she was tripped near midcourt. And I wonder who they're going to call the foul on. It is on Sophie Sparks. That's her first of the game. Team sixth, so one more, and the Lady Indians will be in the bonus. Inside, it's Cordes who steps back and shoots it in. How many has Cordes got so far?
Cordes has got 12 as she is the lead scorer for the Indians.
Cowan inside, knocked away, foul called on the shot. She'll go to the line. Cordes may have gotten the foul. Yes, it was on Cordes. Her first, team's fifth.
Now we see Maddie Steiner at the scores table, probably going to check in for either Sophie or Riley.
You know, Steiner's one of the starters. You know, she's a senior here. So not quite going to his bench warmers yet is Tinsley. His first one's good. You were absolutely right. She checked in for Sparks. As she and Coach Tinsley share a laugh. Second free throw. Just off the mark. She races after it, but it's rebounded by the Lady Indians and a foul called on Riley Cowan. She's not going to argue about it. And that puts the Lady Indians in the bonus, a 1-on-1 situation. I believe, yeah, it was Clausen who got fouled, so she'll go to the line. She questions the ref. Is it 1-on-1? He says yes. It's Amelia Nope will check back in for the Lady Indians. Second foul on Riley Cowan tonight with 5 minutes to go. The front end goes in. Seaman student section is trying to get rowdy as she makes the second one, which puts the deficit to 23 with under 5 to go. Turner into Cowan, who kind of lost the ball, but she goes inside. She misses, and it's rebounded by Cordes. Martinez outside. And you'd think they'll probably start to put up a lot more shots if they try to get back into this, as Turner blocks that shot by Martinez. She looked deep for a second, but saw Cowan covered up pretty well, so the Lady Vikes will just slow it down. The timeout called from the Lady Vikes as Tinsley's either frustrated with something or he's going to start looking to put more people in, which not many people have gone to the scores table quite yet. So I think it's just a tiny bit of frustration on Matt Tinsley's end.
It might even be a breather for his girls. There hasn't been a stop, I don't think, since the break.
You know, that's a very good point, Aaron, and you know, chances are you're absolutely right.
As I was just saying that, and it looks like our girls are pretty huffing and puffing, so.
Listen to this Seaman student section. You know, not often do they get rowdy for girls' games, but, you know, they're standing up, or at least most of them are, and they're starting to get a little bit rowdy. It's most of the, you know, the upperclassmen in the middle of that student section.
Don't normally see that. You normally see the upperclassmen in the front row, which most of them are. But
yeah, there are a few, but there's a good amount in the middle of there, too, in the middle of the pack. But that student section looks almost full, so this is going to be a loud one here. Wide open three goes. Reagan Kramer again. I don't know exactly how many threes that has been. I'm just going to say that's been a lot so far.
Pretty sure that's her third three, so she's 3 for 3 for threes. So
Shot inside a bit too crazy, and it doesn't go down. Chloe Carter gets the rebound. Now, correct me in saying this. Did she wear number 12 last year?
You know, I don't know exactly, but you might be onto something there.
Foul called inside. I think it's a shooting foul. Cameron Turner will go to the line. Yeah, Chloe Carter wearing 11 right now. Number 12 is Ellie Noble, who is, I believe, the daughter of the superintendent, Dr. Noble, here at Seaman High School.
One thing to
which
note,
could be the reason why.
One thing to note is Cameron Turner slow to get up when she got fouled there, so I wouldn't be surprised if she comes out pretty soon.
That one somehow crawls in. Yeah, I think she's probably just a bit fatigued, a bit tired.
She's played all of this game. She's been only taken out maybe once or twice.
1 for 2 on that trip, but the Lady Vikes still lead by 23 with 3:45 to go. Outside it's Yates looking to drive to the bucket floater. Crawls around. Is it going to go? No, it doesn't. Cordes with the offensive board. Too strong on the shot. Rebounded by the Lady Vikes.
Also, one thing to note is the Vikes are, you know, like I said, they're fatigued. They're not full sprinting down the court anymore. They're, you know, jogging to even a light jog.
Turner on the drive. Floater does not go down. She tips it back, and Poulter gets the board, but it's knocked away and a foul called. Poulter went down hard. And now the Lady Vikes are in the bonus. That's a 17 foul on Manhattan, and that foul is going to be on number 15, Alara Osterman. That's her second foul, and Grace Dixon will check into the game. She'll go in for Cordes.
Also, Turner coming out.
I think, was it Dieter that came in? I believe it was. Poulter nails the front end. It was Dieter that checked in.
So Osterman picked up that last foul as she's been silent tonight. 0 points for her, as it's just been very frustrating for the Indians tonight.
She is a senior, one of the starters here for the Lady Indians, as that second one does not go down. Lady Vikes have their largest lead of the night with 28 at the moment. 54-26 on the drive. Kicks it out, Osterman. Inside, lays it in, and I think she heard you. She finally breaks that scoring drought that she's had all game long. And a deep pass. Carter is wide open, and it goes. A 3-point barrage here at Seaman High School. And a 29-point lead for the Lady Vikes with 2.5 to go.
Carter picks up her second three of the night.
Inside, and I think that's a jump ball. It is. Possession arrow points towards the Lady Vikes, as it looks like it will be a bit of a platoon swap coming in for the Lady Vikes, as finally the more experienced players might come in soon if the officials notice. Finally do.
So actually, we had been discussing when would these subs come in, and finally with 2:24 left, the subs finally come in as the Lady Vikes are very well ahead tonight.
They are Sydney Menser, Riley Cowan, Haley Hershey, and Drew Baxter. A check-in for the Lady Vikes, so all the starters check out of the game.
All these girls get major junior varsity numbers, as they are just trying to close out the game here.
With about 2 minutes to go, Lady Vikes have a pretty secure 29-point lead, as they could look to go 2-0 pretty soon. 3 on the way from Dieter. That's off the mark, and a rebound goes in from Baxter. Inside, what a move by Cowan, but a foul is called on the shot. That was way too high, but she got hit in the arm. She'll go to the line with 1:47 to play. That foul is on Grace Dixon. So 2 shots on this trip for Riley Cowan. Crowd goes to a hush as she nails the first one. 30-point lead, the first 30-point lead that the Lady Vikes have had tonight.
It's just been a dominant performance for the Vikes tonight, as they are going to go to 2-0 as the Indians fall to 2-2.
That one goes out of bounds. Lady Vikes ball.
It'll be interesting to see how the Indians jump back with their next performance, as I believe they play at home.
Knocked away and out of bounds. Seaman ball still. Yeah, next up the Lady Vikes will travel to Highland Park next Tuesday.
I don't want to say any game is a win for them, but a very good game for the Indians to jump back into the winning column.
It is a running clock right now with under a minute to go, and Manhattan hosts Junction City on Tuesday, so you're absolutely right. They do play at home. 45 seconds to play, 30-point lead for the Lady Vikes. Yates kicks it out. Knocked away. Everybody dives after it. It goes out of bounds. It will be Manhattan ball. Clock still running.
So you're correct. The rule is 30-point lead. The clock runs.
It's a rule mostly to try to conserve time. And a jump ball. Possession goes to Manhattan. I don't know if they'll get anything to go after they inbound it with 10 to go.
Maybe one last shot here to close the game.
Possibly. And an inbound inside shot blocked. Yeah, that's been the story of the game. And the buzzer will sound. And the Lady Vikes go 2-0 to start off their 2019-2020 season, defeating the Manhattan Lady Indians 58-28. Aaron, your thoughts?
The Vikes getting their first victory against the Indians for the first time since 2015. So a very long stretch for the Indians. Be nice, and the Vikes will savor this win up to Tuesday when they play again against Highland Park, as you said?
Correct, and it will be at Highland Park. That'll do it for the girls' game. So alongside Ethan Guzman, Karen Meinhold, Aaron Miguel, I'm Lane Gillespie. That'll do it for the girls' game. But be back here at Seaman Viking Television here on YouTube in 20 minutes for the boys' matchup against the Manhattan Indians. Thank you for listening.